What's happening in Lake Tahoe? Well, after a day out on the beach or in the mountains or on the water, tune us in for the Tahoe Tonight Show. I say us because it's a jam-packed show full of interviews, people stopping by the studio, talking about events, businesses, 5, 8, and 11 o'clock.
Here from the Clif Family Winery, and this is interesting to me. You came in, I was like, oh, is your last name Clif? And you're selling the wine for the family, but give this background of who the Clif family is.
Sure. Clif Family Winery is a small boutique winery in the town of St. Helena, and that's really in the heart of the Napa Valley, right in the middle of the valley. So
great little town. I love that main street through there.
It's a great town. Amazing food and amazing wine. And Clif Family Winery is owned and operated by Kit Crawford and Gary Erickson, and they are the founder and co-owners of Clif Bar and Company.
Right.
So they started Clif Family Winery in 2004, and they're really inspired by long days of cycling in Europe. They love to cycle in the mountain passes in Italy, and they finished their excursions with a great meal and an amazing bottle of wine, and that was really the inspiration behind the wine project.
Yeah.
So in 2004, they had been living in the Napa Valley and decided to give winemaking a try. So I came on board with them in 2014. I am their winemaker. And
you're the winemaker?
I am the winemaker.
Wow, what were you doing before that? Make another wine?
Make another wine.
Making wine for somebody else we're not going to talk about. Wow.
Yeah, it's a great project. I love it. It's small. We make a little less than 10,000 cases every year, but we have a really diverse wine portfolio. So I make anything from Sauvignon Blanc to Rosé, Chardonnay, Viognier, a couple of red blends. We have a huge Howell Mountain Cabernet program. We make Petite Syrah. We make dessert wine.
How do you get into winemaking?
You know, I started winemaking from an academic place. I had been studying science and was a little fearful of a career working in a basement laboratory somewhere and decided I needed to be outside. So I was committed to finishing my degree and finding an application where I could be doing something a little more interesting.
Yeah.
So I discovered fermentation science, moved to California, went to the University of California in Davis for their viticulture and winemaking program.
Wow.
And here I am. It's a
What
wonderful
a background.
career.
That's
yeah,
cool.
It's awesome.
And then do you live in St. Helena?
I do.
Oh, that's even nice.
Yes.
And where'd you come from? Like you were on the East Coast?
Yeah, I'm originally from Massachusetts.
Wow. I'm from East Coast too. And
Okay.
California blows me away. At this, you've got wine country, you've got the surfing on the coast, you've got up here, I know you're a skier. I don't think people that grew up out here in the West can appreciate, like we can from the East, how great this state is for just recreation and food and wine and
We're
all
lucky.
of this.
Yeah, we're very lucky, and now that my career is in the wine business, I have no motivation to move back home,
Yeah,
so I'm
it's
here
hard.
for good.
Hard for me too.
Yeah.
I'm here to stay.
Yeah.
So where can people find this wine in Tahoe?
In Tahoe, we sell at 2 retail locations. We sell at Bluestone Jewelry and Wine on the main street in Truckee, and I was there on Friday night for their Truckee Thursday tasting. It's a great little wine shop, kind of a hidden secret, I think, in Truckee. And also at the Copper Lane Provisions store, which is in the North Star Plaza.
Okay. And you guys are going to be up there today hanging out for the mountain bike race?
We are, yeah.
Very cool. And for the winery, can people go down to St. Helena and come visit the winery?
Absolutely. We have a tasting room on the main street in downtown St. Helena. It's called the Clif Family Tasting Room. We also have a food truck. Food is a major component to our wine business. We do a lot of food and wine pairings, and we have a bruschetteria, which is a food truck that's parked outside of our tasting room that serves bruschetta, another inspiration from Kit and Gary's travels in Italy. So we do a lot of food and wine pairing. We also have an organic farm up on Howell Mountain, which is where our estate Cabernet is grown. And from that farm, we bring produce that we serve on the truck. We also make a line of preserves and olive oil, chocolate bars.
So we have gifts to take home when you come
and
visit.
a whole lot of opportunity to food and wine pair. So when a guest comes to our tasting room, It's much more of a well-rounded experience in food and wine, and not just a short tasting at a tasting bar. So it's a really nice opportunity for a long visit.
And somebody along the way must have paired the Clif Bar with one of these wines. What's the best wine to go with the Clif Bar? There's got to be one. You can't have both and not put them together.
Yeah, we've done that in the past, and I have sat through a long day of tasting Clif Bars.
That's funny. Of course
with
you
wine. There's a chocolate almond fudge bar that would go great with Cabernet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it's a cool background to the Clif family, and we appreciate you coming in. And people go. They're online as well. Is there a website?
Online. So we have a great wine club. We also have our website, www.cliffamily.com.
Right there.
And come visit us in St. Helena.
Laura from the Clif Family Vineyard. We'll take a quick break and be back with your 7-day forecast.